Hey everyone, welcome to the Jan 28th edition of the Kubernetes SIG Contributor Experience meeting. We are right now in the back time zone meeting. So before we get started, there are a few things to be mindful of. This meeting is being recorded and will be publicly available on YouTube. So please be mindful of what you say and do in this meeting. And we also abide by the Kubernetes and CNCF Code of Conduct. Having said that, I posted the link to the meeting notes. Please feel free to go ahead and mention yourself as an attendee and add anything that you would want to discuss in this meeting. We have a very open agenda today. There's not much, but we'll go through each of the items and see like what is up for discussion. Okay, I don't think anyone is new here. Does anyone want to introduce themselves? Okay, awesome. The first thing of discussion is the Maintainer Summit. I hope all of you know that the Maintainer Summit registrations are open. So if you are attending KubeCon EU, please feel free to register. There won't be any at the door registrations. In the past few editions, there were a lot of people who did not register before, but showed up during the event to attend. It's not possible for the team to accommodate them. Have are what's you folks plan? Like, are you is any one of you coming to KubeCon? Decided already?
I'm thinking of coming to the Mumbai KubeCon, which is going to be happening on July. So I've applied for the scholarship. Priyanka helped look at the draft, and then I've submitted the proposal. So I'm waiting for the response.
Awesome. See you there if I come. I'm not yet decided if I'll be at KubeCon India. But I think I should be there. Okay. I don't know if any plans are being made for Maintainer Summit in India. Last I checked, like there were no such plans. But we'll try to possibly like do something like informal meetups during the event. Okay. Anything else on Maintainer Summit? Cool. One other thing on Maintainer Summit. So there are two specific things that Maintainer Summit team usually leads, and we had a discussion in the I think in the previous meetings and in the chairs and TLs meeting as well. So what we want to support the Maintainer Summit team with is basically comms and organizing the meet and greet. Comms in the sense of like sending out things which are relevant to Kubernetes out in the open that are going to happen during the Maintainer Summit. And if you have attended a KubeCon in person, so we usually have a meet and greet where contributors from like several SIGs meet for lunch and then discuss topics that they want to do. Usually, it's kind of a very like good event in terms of um, like new contributors can meet existing leads and existing contributors, as well as like existing contributors can discuss any caps or any features that they might be working on. And during North America, I know that we do have the awards team, which usually needs help in coordinating all the communications around awards, but we do organize only for the Kubernetes community. There are people in the Maintainer Summit team which take care of other CNCF projects. So yeah, that is all about that. Just take some notes on this. Okay, any questions or anything that you want to tell regarding the Maintainer Summit? Moving on, so we have the the mentoring programs as well. So I don't think we are going to do much in terms of group mentoring cohorts before KubeCon Europe. Um, the only planning I think we will do is after KubeCon Europe, if there are any SIGs or any working groups which require our help in doing a group mentoring cohort. In terms of external mentoring programs, the LFX proposals just went in, like project proposals, and we helped um, curate the proposals from the Kubernetes side of things. So if anyone of you is interested in like joining the LFX program, feel free to apply. Um yeah, that's all about mentoring. I'm just trying to remember if there were any more things. Um, yeah, the NCO sessions keep happening. I think the last one was last week itself. Um, and there was really good marketing done for this month and the previous months. And we keep like getting like a cyclical trend of people attending those sessions. Yeah, go on, Avinash.
I just wanted to, do we have information on the timelines for GSOC, as in for the proposal that we from Kubernetes give to be part of the GSOCs, and for the LFX next term?
LFX next time, I'm not sure if the timelines are public already. I think like right around the middle of the cycle, they publish for the next cycle. But you can extrapolate thinking like there are 3 terms every year. Just take a ballpark based on that. For GSOC, I'm not sure if the timelines are public yet, or has there been any discussion. Mostly, like the external mentoring programs are handled by the CNCF team, and they just seek consult from us whenever like Kubernetes subprojects submit a proposal. They ask us to take a look whether they should accept that or not, because ContribEx is responsible for approving all of those.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, Contributor comms, I don't have any update from my side, but does anyone of you have any update from comms side if you're working with the comms team? Okay, nothing much. LWKD, it's also going as usual. Um, I don't think we have anything new to announce from there. Mario had been doing some AI experimentation around like uh, LWKD. I think he was doing something like last week in Cloud Native or something like that. Uh, that's all on comms. On contributor guide and contributor site, I don't know if anything new is happening. But I think in last meeting there was a discussion about like adding a new page which links to the maintainer summit, because when we used to do contributor summits, we used to have like detailed sub pages on the contributor website. But right now there are no references to the maintainer summit from kubernetes.dev. So I think somebody took up an AI of contributing like a page to the contributor site. Any questions, comments, or concerns till now?
Regarding the contributor comms, I remember Keslin sharing the KubeCon post Excel file in in the meeting chat. I think the new contributors or anyone can start filling up the KubeCon EU post that usually go to the social media sites.
Awesome. That's a good call out.
Yeah.
I am just writing that into the note. Arnab, can you paste in the link to the
Yeah,
sheet?
sure.
Not sure.
Also, I can see one comment, one of the recent comment, which was yesterday by Chris. He says that we still can find references of community meetings on the dev site.
Yeah, that is still like a pressing problem. I think that automation needs to be looked at by someone. I am just adding a note later in the moderation part. So one of the common issues that I've seen sometimes is like misconfiguration. Like why don't those meetings come up? But I think this is a good enough spike to take a look at on like how we can solve these issues. There are some more things happening. Like we are also trying out like LFX project control center to coordinate like meetings and everything. But the mailing list problem would still not go away. It's just the calendar issues might be solved because then they would show up on like I think there's a site called calendars.scenesub.io. I forgot the what's the exact link, but something like that. Going let's go by order again. So in moderation media, in Zoom moderation, there are a few people that we have onboarded as like Zoom admins recently, who are also like taking care of all the integration requests for different SIGs. Like if they want to enable the Zoom to YouTube, Zoom to YouTube automation for recordings, then that they're setting up. We do have a roadblock for Zoom. We asked for a few more licenses from CNCF, but we have not got those licenses yet, and conversations are going on. So what is happening is because we don't have licenses anymore, there are a few groups that we have not yet been able to assign a license. For example, Siget City, they're still working with their own Zoom license, and we don't have a community license to give them yet. Hopefully, we would resolve those issues, or we would have a pathway to migrate to LFX PCC. If we migrate, we would not actually need any more licenses to be managed by us. Okay. Anything on Zoom from people? Okay. Moving on Slack, not many updates. The issue of pruning inactive users still remains. So if anyone of you wants to take a dig and try to solve that problem, please feel free to do so. I think we are all around to help you out in like uh, framing out like what solutions can be done. But overall, the problem statement is that there are very large channels like Kubernetes users which have reached the max user limit for Slack channels, and we don't know if all those 200,000 people are active, and if they are not active, we should remove them from that channel, not from the community, but at least from the channel, so that we can make more space for people who are interested recently to join that channel. I'll link out the issue after the call, so um, do take a look. On YouTube, nothing much new is going on. Calendar issues we already just now discussed. Mailing lists, same thing. So with that, like any anything that anyone wants to discuss on moderation and media, or any of the community infra related topics? Okay. Moving on, GitHub management. I see Priyanka is here. Priyanka, do you want to discuss about GitHub management? What's on the top of your mind?
Hello, everyone. I don't think so. There are a bunch of requests from community members around AI tooling that is in discussions. Yesterday, I think last night, I was on the call with GitHub staff asking them if they have any updates on Copilot API endpoints. Context: some people who are trying Copilot, the community maintainers who are trying Copilot for reviewing PRs, they want to do it. They want to have some granular control on how Copilot works. Right now, uh, Copilot works in a way that organization owners enable it at the org level. I think so, something like that. And then either you enable it and then all PRs will get reviewed by Copilot, or none of them will get. It's like there is no granular way to say, okay, I just want Copilot to review this X PR and not all the PRs on my repo. So there was a request if there are API endpoints exposed by GitHub. There aren't yet. So we requested it as a feature request from them. That was one thing. When um, Copilot is one of the tools that people are asking for, but there are many more that we have in pending discussion, parked on the GitHub management side to do something about, I believe. So that's one topic. Another one was we are making a change in the invalid commit message plugin. The change is minimal. I'll paste a link about that. But we are now removing the restriction we had on the use of @ symbol in commit messages and PR title. Um, Earlier, I think before November of last year, GitHub would send notifications whenever there is a @ let's say a user mention and commit and PR titles. That is no longer the case. So we had that restriction on our side in that invalid commit message plugin to not spam people. But then GitHub no longer sends those notification, and there is a requirement from community to actually allow using @ symbol for different use cases. Actually, not from the community, from people who are using Prow from the ecosystem. They requested us to remove that @ restriction. So that is now being removed. That is another thing that was on the GitHub management side to just check with GitHub staff. Other than that, do you think now, Varun, we should be planning this year's cleanup? Well, in
Yep,
January.
that is something that we have to start planning. Priyanka, one quick question on the invalid commit message plugin. So, are we removing the restriction of @ mentions in commits as well, or just PR
Yeah,
title?
commits and PR. I think it's the plugin actually checks for both at the same time. So we are removing it from both. I checked with GitHub if there is any other trigger that we need to worry about from this @ use. They confirmed there is no other trigger, so we should be okay. Let me paste a link also.
Got it.
Yeah, the AI tool is like a request from the community for GitHub admins to enable more and more AI tools is a topic that I believe we have to discuss, but that would be within the GitHub management people. Another thing that's not on the GitHub management side, but now we are asking for help from the community. We have to start our annual report. So, and I think I read from Mache in the announcement that was sent to dev mailing lists, if we can ask anybody from the community to help us create the annual report, if they are interested, that is. Um, if, even if you are not, like, if you don't know how to create one, I would highly suggest, if you have been active or if you see any activity that should be highlighted from the past year in ContribEx annual report, one of us should be creating a draft PR soon, and please add your comments. That would be super helpful. And not just like things that needs good things that needs to be highlighted. I feel like anything that, if you feel there is an area where you would need help from ContribEx side, or ContribEx need to do like a short of hands right now, and we could get some help from the community around that, things like that. Feel free to drop as comments in the draft PR whenever that opens up.
Yeah,
Those
I
are
was planning to open up the PR next week with
perfect. Then, yeah.
the stats on like what happened over the last year. Then would have asked people to just come in and add new things.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think other than that, from GitHub admin side, it's business as usual, just NMCs, requests, etc., etc. Nothing more happening.
Cool. Any questions till now? Okay, none. We don't have much going on in the election sub project right now. I don't recall like any new thing happening. There are a few elections which will come up this year as well. But what we can do to accelerate things is like get more election officers. Because last year there was a crunch of election officers. So if we start planning ahead in time, we can get in people. So if anyone of you wants to volunteer, please feel free to do so. I think Priyanka, you can describe more about this because you have been an EO earlier. If I remember correctly, being an EO, you don't need any prior experience. You just need to be available in helping run the elections, and you should not be running in the election. Those are the only two criteria.
Yeah, those two, and you definitely need to be an org member for an year long time already when you are applying. So that's about it. Yeah, there are not much other than that, but I would say not just election officers. We would definitely need more people on the election sub project itself. Because the current sub-project leads, I would say, I think it's just Josh only who is active in the election sub-project and have been doing all the hard work of actually putting up the election together. We don't have any more people who are actively doing the pre-work before election starts, any cycle starts. So if anyone is interested in helping, just taking on the many tasks that are needed to start an election, that is finding out election
I'm not sure. Priyanka, did you get cut off in between or was your sentence done? Not sure if my network was flaky for a moment.
I think it's same for everyone.
Oh, okay.
Wait, did I drop off?
I think so.
Okay, I was going on and on. What did you hear?
We
Last.
discussed still helping out with Electo.
Oh, Electro? Okay. Then I think I don't know. I spoke in the um, nowhere. So I'll not continue if you're talking about Electro. I'll talk after.
No, we are, I think, at the end of the agenda right now. And
Okay.
Priyanka, since I needed to drop at 2:30, do you want to continue? I'll
Yeah, I
make
can stay
you a
on the
host.
call.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Nabarun, for hosting. I'll stay on the call if there are any more things for a few more minutes we can discuss.
I will stay on the
Um,
call just to make sure the
yeah.
recording is going on. Or I'm
Oh,
not sure if
perfect. Thank you.
the recording passed on to you as the cloud
Okay,
recorder. So all everything good.
perfect. Thank you.
Cool.
I will. Yeah. Bye, Nabarun. I was just saying when maybe I dropped off, but there is a documentation around. What election sub-project leads needs to be doing before election. Um, I'll share that, but I'm talking about somebody who will land here as election sub-project members, basically. We need people who can reach out to the community to seek interest for becoming election officer, um, uh, setting up the entire not agenda, timeline for what an election cycle would look like, making sure that election officers does their job, all those kind of things. So if you are interested in shepherding the election cycle, I think we do need help. It's just Josh who have been doing for last as long as 2 cycles, if I remember correctly. But yeah, so that's something. Okay, I don't know what all we discussed today, but I know that we are at the end of the agenda, so I'll open the floor for anything else if anyone wants to talk about anything. How is everything going on? I'm also not on camera, but I'm waving my hands at everyone. Yeah. How is everyone?
Doing good, Priyanka.
Hello, Arnav. Hello, Vinesh,
Yeah.
Prajo, Rohit, and Saurabh just joined. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Arnav.
No, I was saying, I think we are good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll say, like, I'll talk about me. I think it's going good. I'm able to contribute and learn more on Kubernetes along with the Node.js project. So I think that's
Mm-hmm.
a win for me. And yeah, I'm looking forward to contributing more and learning more as well.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for doing great contribution. The same to you, Avinash. Sorry that that conversation went long on the node readiness thing, but yeah, I am also learning. So um, yeah, we are on the recording. Yeah. Okay. Other than that, I think if it you all already got the reminder, but if any one of you is planning for KubeCon EU, I would remind again the maintainer summit registrations are on right now, so please do register. Only requirement for us to register is to be a org member. So if you think you have been, if you think you are going and you have been active in the community for a while now, but you are not an org member, um, please reach out to the respective SIG leads that you are contributing to, and they can help you with your org membership. If your contributions are under SIG ContribEx, you can reach out to me and I can help you. I don't know if there will be one for KubeCon India, but KubeCon India regular CFPs are on. I think till Feb 1. Do submit, please. Do submit something. Um, and then maintainer submit CFPs will be open, I think. Or maybe they are open, but they will stay open for a good while after this. So we can plan some sessions for that as well. Yeah. Uh,
So Priyanka, for maintenance summit, right? EU, the event registration is mandatory for that before we apply there.
Oh, yes, the KubeCon EU, right?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, yeah. But have you applied for scholarship? I mean, uh,
Yeah, I have submitted.
chances are, yeah, yeah. Because I have a feeling that getting a registration scholarship is, at least to the active members, is a thing CNCF can help with. But yeah, people need the event scholarship. That actually has been a point of discussion for a good long time to actually detach the requirement of the main event registration for attending maintainer summit, but I don't think we have any conclusion on that. Conclusion is like we need it right now. Um, yeah, but
Okay. There's kind of like a dependency that we have on that right now.
yeah, yeah. That was the case for contributor summit as well, sadly. Um, yeah, I wish there was some solution to it. Yeah, but KubeCon EU, like if you have any talk accepted or something, I think it should be doable. Mm,
When is the any update on the
yeah.
last date for the maintenance summit registration?
Okay, let me check. It should be. It usually stays open all very near to the event itself. But
Okay.
the way it works is like we register and then they put the registration on hold. And then somebody from CNCF side actually checks whether we are a member or eligible under their eligibility
Okay.
criteria, and then we will get the confirmation after a while. So let me check when is the last date. Registration. Register now. They don't mention any last date on the website. I am pretty sure it will stay open even before the day to the maintainer summit.
Okay.
It's just you need to. I think I heard from Bob Killen, from with his CNCF had on yesterday only, uh, asking all the SIG leads to internally pass out the word, to encourage people to register, because it was, I think, KubeCon NA when about 40-ish people landed without registration and somebody had to do on-site registration. Uh, that they're not going to tolerate on-site registrations this time, but closer to just before landing there, if you are registering, that should be fine. But I would say register now if you are an org member, and so that somebody from CNCF side review it in time.
Okay.
And that is also actually, if you are in the process for visa, it, it's better to register now and get the confirmation and use that also as a supporting document for your visa process.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Um, Anyone else contributing to other parts of ContribEx within ContribEx? Arnam, I saw you joined the last uh, America's call. Do you remember anything else from that call that we should be sharing here as well? Any help needed, or any other major announcements?
Yeah, I think there was one agenda around help needed, and that was around the drafting of the KubeCon post. I think Keslin talked about it, and I also mentioned the same to Navarun, and I think we have
Mm-hmm.
drafted a point around that as well in the
Okay,
in today's
perfect.
discussion.
Yeah. Okay. The KubeCon content planning sheet is that.
Yeah,
That's the one. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Uh, Yeah. If we don't have anything, I think we can close. But or I will stop recording for now. If we don't have anything to discuss on the recording, is that okay with everyone? I stop recording now. A thumbs up works. Okay, let me do.